Good morning. Welcome to the Idea Ladies from the Passionate Home here in downtown Langley. I'm Janine.
I'm Candace.
Carrie's still away. Lucky her. Today we wanted to talk to you about Orchid Designs, IOD. So there's a new spring release which we've been so excited about, right? Yay!
I love it.
It's so good.
All of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So they have stamps and transfers and molds that you can put our paper clay into, and these paint inlays, which is kind of what we're going to talk about today. But I guess I could share what these are, right? So this is a mold. This is pretty popular. Mushrooms. I know mushrooms are all the rage right now, right? Look at Candace has made this
3D.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, love them.
Really cute.
Stamps.
Yeah, so stamps, is that one? It is, yeah. So you've used all the new stuff. And my favorite little French stamp in there. Really sweet. So these are just like acrylic. They don't have the big wood blocks like you're used to. You just peel them off the sheet if you want to, or you can cut the sheet. We'll go over those another time.
Yeah. So versatile, though.
Oh, yeah, so versatile. These are the transfers. So this one is like a crazy amount of littles in here, right? Like there's 8 pages, and look at all of these little eggs and all kinds of things, mushrooms and fish and butterflies and everything you can think of, really. So this is perfect for, I think, smaller pieces of art. Mind you, they've used whole sheets in this dresser, which I think is really pretty as well. But you could definitely cut these apart.
Totally. Imagination market, right? When the kids were little, that's what we called it. But today, what are we focusing on?
Paint inlays. Yeah. So what is a paint inlay? It's this. So on a sheet that looks kind of like a transfer sheet, but not, you're going to find these images. So not all of them are black and white. This one is. Yeah. You can cut these apart. This is actually paint on a sheet. So you can transfer that paint, right? Mm-hmm. And then it's like a hand-painted image on your piece. Yeah. So the difference with these is that you actually have to put it into wet paint, right?
Totally. So I did this one a few days ago.
You may have saw the video yesterday.
Yeah, so if you saw the video, it really is as easy as it looks on that video. It's just a matter, so when you get your piece of paper, the first thing that you need to do, and we need scissors for yours because we didn't cut it, but it has this little ghost line all the way around, which is hard to see on these ones. But when you get into, no, I've cut them all. When you get into these ones, you have to cut out the little clear line, and it's just so that your edges, your whole pattern is going to connect. So once you've trimmed them out, you're going to put a coat of paint on, and you're going to stick your image into that wet paint.
Wet paint.
So again, the painted side, it's harder to notice some of these black and whites, but basically you can see the difference. There's a grid on the back side, and you're going to place that right into your wet paint. Going to smush it in there, wet it a little bit, walk away and let it dry. So this one, because we did it on the Annie Sloan chalk paint, there's no polymers in here. So I actually did this a couple days ago, and when I go to release this, it's going to come off like magic, like nobody's business. But then we do have to still seal it. So we're going to start by Janine's actually going to
I'm going to do some demo, right?
This one here.
Okay.
And we're going to choose, so I want to show you this one. It's called Melange. This one is called Summer Villa. I want
pretty.
A summer villa, just like this.
Okay, the melange though is really, like, it's beautiful. Like if you love that French feel, it's got all these beautiful labels and stuff.
Again, it's got 8 pages. And for the most part, each page has so many images that you can use. We're going to use this beautiful one here today, the whole piece. And actually, because it doesn't go over the edge, she doesn't even need to trim it.
That's what I was wondering. I'm like, do we really need to trim it? Okay, so I got a little bit of dust on here. So this headboard is kind of already like scrolly and French, and we've painted it in old white. So the center part, we didn't do 2 coats. I'm going to just put on a nice thick coat on here, because I will have to go back in and I can see through my paint in some areas, but I can go around my transfer after.
Totally.
Okay.
So the important thing here really is to have enough paint so that
That'll
this
be
is
my
going to absorb into it. And one of the tricks that I do when I'm doing this, if I'm doing a little bit of a thinner coat, is I'll just give it a light mist at the end, add one more little bit of paint, and then layer it in.
Oh, really? Okay.
Because I can see.
Yeah, I can
dries
see.
so quickly.
Yeah. Oops, I'm painting my mic.
Not like we don't paint just about anything. So
Yeah, it'll stick.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good tip.
bit here.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
When your cords don't match, just paint them.
Here,
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a little mist for you, and then just go over it one.
Just a little bit of
last
brush.
little time. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna hand this one to you, and you're gonna make sure it goes the right way up. This is the paint side. Remember, the grid side is the underside. So Janine's got that. We're just gonna kind of eyeball it here.
So if you don't have a good eye, I mean, is a tape measure a good idea?
Yeah. Janine
But
has a good eye.
I think I do. I think.
And this is pretty obviously.
Yeah. Okay, so I haven't really laid down anything with an image on it yet. Ooh, there we go. So, what do you think?
I think it needs to go a wee bit back.
Do you?
Right now. Just wait, we've got a little bubble there. Ready?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's okay. 'Cause
So
that
there
part
are
doesn't have
other
any.
ways to do this as well. You could pre-mist the back, and then you won't get any wrinkles.
Do you think I can move that?
I wouldn't worry about it right now.
Okay.
I don't mind the little bit of wrinkles anyway, right?
No.
It's a vintage piece. It's gonna be gorgeous.
So can I now roller this?
Go for it.
Oh, this
So
is
you
fun.
really want that paint to go right, or the paper to go right into your paint. And so that's why we use that. And then we're actually just going to mist over top. And I always love this because you see it just kind of come to life.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're just going to let it dry.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go. And now she's got, I don't want to be too wet. Now she's got a damp cloth and she's just, again, going to pat it into there, making sure that we get on all of those details. So you can actually do the image transfers, the paint inlays right into, so if you had a beautiful finish on here and like a faux finish kind of thing, and you didn't want to lose that by just slapping paint over top, you can actually do it in like the Annie Sloan lacquer. The difference there is you don't want to let it dry fully. So you do want to keep an eye on it. I always say test the spot first, just to make sure that you're not letting it dry in there, because then it's going to be a little bit more difficult to come off.
See, I feel like this should be harder. I want to keep doing something, but honestly, that's really it, right?
Yeah. Make sure that's damp there. And we probably will be able to come back to this before we're done and peel it
Really?
back. I do believe so, because we haven't overly wet it. So we're going to leave that one to dry. And you're going to see how nice and bright it is right now.
I said I had a good eye, but
And
I don't know if I did. Anyway.
Whatever. It's going to be gorgeous. This one here looked nice and bright when we put it on. And then when it becomes sort of this dusty, sort of opaque, I guess, then you know that it's dried. So
Can I move all these?
this is how easy it is, guys. So now I'm going to spritz it one last time, just to reactivate and soften that paper. I don't want to go too far ahead of myself, because I don't want it sitting on there for too long. But basically, just a few spritz. And when I start to pull this, look, this is the magic, people.
Do we have friends with us? Is anybody liking
Friends
this?
with us this morning. Has anyone used the
Inlays, the paint inlay.
Oh, my word, my brain. Look at this. Look at all that detail.
Oh my gosh, magic.
Magic.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So if it gets a little bit, so I'm pulling it back largely right on top of itself. If it seems to be a little bit sticking somewhere, it's probably just because I didn't get enough moisture on it.
So try to keep these sheets really nice, because you can use this a second, even a third time, right?
Yeah, and then you could even, I've seen people use them as decoupage paper at the end
Right.
when you're not getting your image off.
Oh my gosh.
So we're just going to set
Good
that
tip.
aside so it can dry flat and keep going. But look at this, look. So I don't want to get water onto here now. This is active paint. So if I came in with a paintbrush,
Yeah.
I can actually, so if there were some spots that were, maybe they weren't connected properly, I could come in with a paintbrush. Let's start down here maybe.
Do you want me to wet over here a little bit? Or no?
It's just catching that little corner, right?
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, nice. The reveal. That's like
reveal.
so fun.
It is so reward.
Oh,
So,
dipped.
again, that probably means that I just didn't get enough water.
Yeah, I feel like this side didn't get any water.
Okay, Janine's going to spray that side while I'm working on this side. But look how easy this is. And even though that has ripped there, when I place it on next time, not going to be a problem.
I'm probably adding way too much water now.
Maybe. And this one's already started.
Oh, this is so beautiful.
So now when I look at this, I can see, no one's going to see it because you're not staring, but I can see that little bit there. I can just come in with a really thin paintbrush and just draw some little lines to connect that if I want to. If I'm really worried about it, I'm not really worried
See, I can't even tell, so.
Oops, we got a drip of water there.
Oh. Where's my little, do you think I can use this just gently?
Look at that lovely cow.
Oh, he's so cute.
Isn't he so beautiful? Look at the detail. And what I do love about these two is they create already a wee bit of that vintage feel, right?
Right.
As you pull it back.
Is this wet enough?
It's not down there. In that corner there.
I don't know what the, oh yeah, it dried pretty quick. I thought I was doing too much. It's kind of, that's a little bit of a test too. And then I've got like a really almost dry rag. Just if there is any drips, I don't want to like smush because like you said, you're going to like.
It's still active.
Yeah.
We want the paint side up. And let's grab our last little bit here. So, there we go. We got it?
Yeah.
We actually, someone saw our video and came in and bought the last one of these.
Right.
Yesterday.
We are already sold out.
Currently, we are sold out. But we are going to be putting in an order as soon as Carrie's back. We've got a few things that we need to reorder already. And so if you're interested in this, give us a call at the store because before we put our order in, we might as well find out what everyone needs.
Right.
And then we can order. So I know that we are currently, we have the toadstools, which we showed you earlier, the mushrooms. We have the dewdrop pond mold. We still have Millets transfer. So we have most of everything, but there's a few things hidden hollow we're sold out of again.
Yeah, that's the doors, right? The little
doors.
fairy doors.
So do give us a call. So this is not finished yet. And our natural thing would just be to come in and either apply our wax right away or with a lacquer, with a brush. But because it is active paint, we actually are going to seal this. We're not going to do it in here. We're going to use just a clear shellac-based primer that we can just spray on there. But it's smelly, so we'll do it outside later. And you could create a mixture of your own lacquer with 50-50 water. I personally find that I
bottle like this,
bottle
right?
Every time.
Yeah, it gets stuck in there.
Very well. So it's just super simple to grab one of those sprays. Basically you're just giving it a light seal, and then you can come back. You can still wax over top and use your different wax mediums, colors, etc. You can just use wax. So this is almost done. Stay tuned.
If I wanted to add some color to this.
Oh, totally.
At what point do you do that? Like almost like a little bit of a watercolor with the chalk paint, you know?
Yeah. So I would still give it that mist of a seal because if you come in with your chalky in your painting in here, you're going to actually distort.
You're going to smudge it a little bit.
That first, the underground image.
Okay.
But yes, totally. Once it's sealed, come in. You can add some greens into here. You can bring it to life with some color as well.
He's so pretty.
So I just love it how it is.
It's gorgeous. I think this turned out so well.
I know. So before let's have a peek here.
You want to?
So I think we're going to, because it's still a little bit wet, we can just kind of.
Here, let's move the paint out of the way.
See if that's going to be enough or not. Do we want
I think it's not quite enough.
Okay, so we're going to leave that longer.
Do you wet it at this point? No, we just let it do its thing.
We're going to let it do its thing.
Okay.
But we'll have a photo of it later.
For sure. Yeah, we'll definitely share. Maybe I'll do a little video of the reveal again on our story. Yeah, I wanted to talk about a new product. I don't know if you've seen this. Would you bend? So this is some beautiful, there's long strip moldings, like ribbons, that you can add moldings to all your furniture. So we have a wood glue that we brought in as well. So you just put this on. It's like an all-purpose kind of glue. These you heat up, right? You can use your hairdryer or a heat gun or something, and then they become bendable.
Totally flexible, so that can go.
Right.
And I'm going to do a video one of these days around a round surface, just so you can see that it's rock hard. It acts like wood. You can paint it like wood, but as soon as you hit it with some heat, it becomes super pliable, and you can wrap it around anything. We have it in the coils, so if you were trimming out a whole dresser, you're not doing all these little mini bits. You can trim out the whole dresser, cut it down.
You could just add a beautiful little embellishment and paint it to match.
So beautiful.
Whatever.
And just treat it as if it's part of your wood applique. So
yeah,
very
there's
cool.
corbels and corners and squares and all kinds of beautiful things.
Yeah, so brand new product. We're super excited
Made in
to
Canada.
try it and
Right?
Ontario, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Super cool.
That's a lot of fun.
We are hiring.
Yes, please. We are hiring. We're losing Neve. I didn't introduce Neve behind the camera.
Neve's behind the camera.
Neve's behind the camera. But she's leaving us in April, so please send in your resume. We're hiring for 4 days a week, but maybe if you can do 2, still bring in your resume, like 2 and 2. Maybe we hire 2 people. I don't know. But if you're thinking about it at all, please do drop off a resume or send it to Carrie at thepassionatehome.com.
Yeah, when she's back, she's going to start interviewing. So
Yeah, she's back next week.
Yeah.
So I'm not quite sure what we're going to do for our video next week. We're going to talk about it. I'm sure we're just going to discuss her trip. That would be fun. We all want to know. This week, all kinds of new product has come in. There's fashion, there's lanterns, those LED light-up lanterns.
Yeah.
I know I've got to call some people about those. So just come in and have a look around and see what you need.
Paint restocked.
Yeah, paint got restocked.
So we'll be calling for that as well.
Yesterday was busy.
Yeah. 3 pallets, people. 3 pallets. Yeah, so
Still not done.
It's been busy, but it's good.
Yeah.
We need it. So
Totally.
we need spring.
So thank you so much for watching. Please, if you didn't get your questions answered, type them in. We're going to look later, and we'll post this video for you to just keep watching. And so I hope you have a great weekend. Good day. Thanks for watching.
Bye, guys.
Bye.